Today is a very exciting day. Not only is it our 14th upload in a row, that's right, 14 daily episodes in a row. We're so excited. We are on a roll. Today is so exciting also because we are starting our son Dayton's bedroom. Dayton is 13. He has been patiently waiting to work on his room, and he finally has a vision on what he wants. So we're about to tackle this room. I'm going to show you what it looks like before so that we can reflect back on this in a couple of weeks when we're done his room. I'm hoping this room doesn't take us any longer than a week or two, but we're always going to be adding a few personal things as we go. But what you've been seeing us work on, we've been adding one more coat of paint in there. Don't worry, we are still going to be showing you Chase's room intermittently between the next couple of days while we're working on Dayton's. We want to get some walls started and some flooring started in Dayton's room while we're waiting for paint to dry in between coats in Chase's room. So don't worry, you're going to see both rooms. But today, it's officially the day we're starting Dayton's bedroom. Okay, here's the before. Okay, so here's how we're starting in Dayton's room. This was the old closet. We do have the door for that, but it's not going to be a closet. We now have this indent behind the door here. Then you can see all of the walls, the plaster has been removed on the one side. We've already previously taken all the plaster that they so kindly left us all over the floors when we moved in. Taken all that out, but you can see we have a lot of repair to do on the walls in here. And the original flooring is here. We also have a lot of ceiling work to do. Ceiling's pretty bad in here. New windows. And I don't think that any English family home renovation room transformation can go without this.
I heard there was a bedroom renovation happening. What bedroom renovation can get done without a trusty sledgehammer?
We need to do some demo. We have some visions for Dayton's room, and one of the visions is a music/creative art area.
Right.
And Dayton doesn't have the purpose or the need for a closet that is this big. And we do want him to have a closet, so we are going to be transforming this alcove over here into some shelving and a closet space, like open shelving and a hanging rack. But this space here, we have a few boards up here, 2x4s, that are not structural, that we are going to be removing to create a really awesome area in this spot.
The only way to find out if it's non-structural or not is to break the structure and see if the house falls down. Whoa, those are in there solid.
I didn't know you were literally going to knock the whole house down.
Wow, eh? Okay, there's one. We're done.
We'll show you, obviously, as this makeover transforms, what we're going to be doing with this space. But the main thing we need to do first is remove these boards so that we can drywall, because obviously Dayton needs walls. There you go.
So far, the roof hasn't come down.
We already know they're not structural.
It sounded like the roof was going to come down.
It did. So super long old nails, that's why.
Oh, this is cool.
It's so cool. We've been wanting to open this up so that Dayton can have, it's not going to be super deep. You can see we're going to do some measurements today, but it's not a very deep closet anyway. It's almost as deep or just a little bit deeper than your typical clothing hanger. And what we want to do is we want to have obviously like a countertop desktop here that he can sit at. His DJ equipment can be in here. His art supplies and setup can be in here. I knew we were going to make a mess before we got going here.
I love making a mess.
Dayton's room is quite a bit larger than Chase's room, which gives us a little bit bigger of a space to work with for this. So the walls that we're going to be drywalling today are all interior walls. So we have this wall here backs onto Chase's room. And then the wall that's on this side is our upstairs landing and our bathroom. And then this is the only part that's exterior. So we're going to be needing to put some insulation into there. And then everything else is already intact. We'll just need some repairing. I'm wondering, yeah. I'm almost wondering if we leave that there because we're going to be drywalling up to it. And then we're going to need some bracing to attach like shelving and the desktop and stuff to it. So we're open. We need to remove all the nails and obviously clean up our rubble. And we have some trim to get off at the back here because we're going to be drywalling these spaces. So we're going to pop off the baseboards on this side. This side's already been removed for us, and we don't need to remove it on that far side because we're going to be puttying and painting over here. This is going to be a really great alcove to make a closet. So I'm envisioning something around chest height with a hanging rack, and then he can put shoes and stuff on the bottom. So we can have hanging dress shirts and stuff here. And then he can have open shelving here to put other clothes and stuff. He also has the same 2 dressers that Chase had underneath his TV. So he's going to decide what color he wants those. But he also has those for clothes, more things for like socks, undergarments, pajamas, gym shorts, things like that. But his hanging clothes and his pants folded and all that can all go in his closet. And then I do want to give him a spot to have his hats, just like we're going to do in Chase's room because he always wears a hat. And they have a couple different ones they like to interchange. So it'll be nice for him to have a spot for that. But I think that this little music art corner is going to be so fun for him. I know we kind of made him a smaller one in his older room in Ontario. And then we ended up moving. He didn't really get a chance to really stay very long to enjoy those rooms that we made them. And so this is going to be so good because you saw he got that really cool DJ set for Christmas. And we need a spot that can sit all the time with speakers and a bunch of stuff. And then he also really likes to do some visual art stuff, which I think will be nice for him to have a spot where all his supplies can go. So he can interchange using the desk space for either music lab or art studio. What do you think?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have your counter desk space for your DJ equipment, your art studio stuff.
Yeah.
Will be shelving and obviously walls.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
That looks a lot more bigger than what I thought it was gonna look like with the stuff not in it.
Yeah. Right.
Dad's gonna clean up all this mess he just made.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, you like that? And then your closet will be over here.
Yeah.
We're gonna make you like a closet.
Can we just throw this out the back window because we're gonna do a burn
We're gonna do a
pile,
burn there.
and then this stuff will burn really nice.
So good. Dayton has the decals. Loves always Yoon. That loves always
Yoon. Sad that when that goes.
We already have some treasures we're going to be putting in Dayton's room behind here in his light fixture, and we've brought up our first couple pieces of drywall because once we get this rubble out, we're going to start drywalling Dayton's back wall. It's going to be so fun. So Dayton currently has just a blue cover on his bed that we just have covering it right now so that his actual mattress and stuff doesn't get dusty because we have flooring and drywall and everything in the hallway landing. So this is not an indication of what's going to be in his room. This is just a cover to cover his bed while we work in here right now because he is not going to have blue on his bed. Your room looks so big with that open. We have a burn pile like 30 feet from there.
I almost made it.
You almost made it? I can see there's some shrubbery out there that we're going to be burning. So he's just going to yeet it to the pile. We had a bunch of our YouTube family members asking the other day while we were like in our comment section. And they're like, if you're doing daily videos, who's cooking and cleaning? Who's doing that? How do you guys, who makes dinner? How does this happen? Who has the time between editing and filming and doing the renovation and doing kids and animals and orders and all the things? When is there time to cook meals and do that? So
today we are having my favorite dinner. My favorite, actually, it's my favorite breakfast, lunch, and dinner because leftovers. There's nothing better than a turkey. Elysia makes the best turkey. I don't think she's ever messed up the turkey. she has to put the recipe in this video because the turkey is phenomenal. I don't know if she will, but
Well, this morning while Philip was out doing a couple of the animal chores and Dayton and I were finishing to empty a bunch of stuff in his room, I ran down really quickly knowing that who is going to make dinner later? And honestly, if it takes me 10 minutes to get stuffing, like to stuff a turkey and get it in the oven in the morning, it's so rewarding by the end of the day. It's almost like someone else makes dinner when I do that. So I love to put something in the oven, maybe a roast or a whole chicken or a turkey or something, so that by the end of the day, we have dinner ready for us, kind of waiting. Pulled pork.
We eat really well, especially when we're doing daily videos. Elisia's on top of it. She always makes sure there's something in the oven, and that's kind of the best thing that you can do. If you have a going family and everyone's doing lots of things, throw something in the oven, throw something in the crock pot. Those are our little secrets to get a family fed quick. And you don't really have to worry about it. You put it in, you know the timer's going to go off when it's supposed to go off. Then you have a perfect meal.
We have a little bit of this bottom layer of lath and plaster that the people before us didn't remove. It's going to impede with us getting the drywall nice and flush with the bottom of the floor. I'm going to pry a bunch of this out. Oh, it's so much nicer when you can get it all out in like a big chunk.
Yeah. I'm going to go slow and steady here and try and work my way.
I'm not sure if you remember from episodes months back when we took out all the tiny little pieces of flooring. There's a piece left in the corner over here. We worked so hard to get the original flooring chipped up. Even though we're going to cover it with flooring, we didn't want all that there. We just wanted to get it down to as bare bones as we could. But what a job that was. Philip's gone around and tested any of the outlets in here. Some wiring that was hanging in here that was it's no longer active, that was already disabled. We did have an electrician come and look at a bunch of that.
Yeah, there's an old knob and tube in there.
Yeah, but it's not connected.
I can show really quick.
Like this is an old knob and tube wire that's here, and it's not active. It's already been dismantled.
And when I was upstairs and I took all the junction boxes apart,
yeah,
it was all...
An electrician already came to disable all the knob and tube in the house.
So, simple test. We know that this one's live.
It's a new cable. Dead.
So we're safe. I'm just going to take it apart, pull it up into the ceiling, and then roll it up so it's just not in behind the wall. But this one, we're going to have to find a spot somewhere in here.
Probably figure out exactly where his bed's going to be placed, and then we'll probably put it lower so it can sit behind his nightstand so that he can plug in his phone.
And this one is for a future heater in the pantry that goes downstairs. In the pantry, and it's in a junction box wired up safely. So
it's going to make the room look so much bigger when he has that all set up over there. It's going to look so fun. It's going to give him an area to do the things that he loves, which is why we want to make their rooms custom to them. They're getting to put in all the input on what they want to have in their room. Some of you were making some comments I saw in the comment section about the wall color on this side. I hear you. Wait for the reveal. It's gonna be awesome. I have a really cool art project that I want to work on in Dayton's room. And my reward after doing all of the drywalling and mudding and taping and everything will be that I get to spend an afternoon and make this art piece that I want to do for his room. So I can reward myself with that after I get all of the job that's not the most fun to get done. Because who wants to do drywalling? Mudding and taping, not my favorite job. Last chunk on this side. Now you can see there's a deep crevice. We're going to get everything cleaned out, but now the drywall will sit down into there rather than not being level on top of all the junk that was in the crack there.
Working together always makes these very difficult jobs go by so much quicker. Even though I was doing a pretty grungy job of pulling up that whatever it was in there, old lath and plaster and wood, and maybe there was some trim down there. Now Elysia's going and cleaning it up and getting all the nails out. Gives me a second to, reflect on what just happened.
So one thing I could have done without in this house. I don't know why they took down the lath and plaster, because all the other plaster walls in the house are in really good shape and we haven't messed with them. There's been a few little putty spots, like if they had something hanging or whatever, but all the other walls that are plaster are in great shape. Like even Chase's room, it needed a couple small little spots, but we managed to do it without removing all of the plaster walls. There isn't really any reason to disturb them if they're in good shape.
My guess is
that it wasn't, and they started.
No, my guess is when they were rewiring the house and taking out all the knob and tube, that this room was difficult. I'm guessing, or it was really bad. I don't know, but none of the other rooms were bad. They did just. I'm
just saying, if this house when it had a for sale sign on it, buying as is, if every room had the drywall removed,
you still would have bought it.
Then I would have bought it, but it probably would have had someone drywall it from top to bottom. We would have budgeted for that at some point to be like, no, someone else do it, because it's the least favorite job.
No, we got the property for a song, and I'm still singing.
I'm really not complaining at all. I'm just stating that drywall is not my favorite job.
Oh, let me get that piece out of there. Chase laughing.
They were helping me empty Dayton's room. We had to get so much stuff. We had Dayton's, where the music spot's going to be, full of Rubbermaid bins that need to get gone through. But you guys wouldn't have had a video for like a week if we would have started going through the bins, because we would be reminiscing about all the things they brought.
Yeah, it would be
why
emotional.
They brought it and all the things. So there was a rule when we were moving it. No one opens the bin. Just move the bin to the storage spot for a few days while we finish this, and then you can go through everything.
The rule got broke.
The rule got broke immediately.
And then I started finding things.
Stick to the rules! Mom wants to get started on these walls. Doesn't that always happen to everyone? You find a photo of them, or you find like keepsake stuff in the bin, and then everything else you had planned that day goes out the window because you're now sitting there crying with the children's baby book.
Yeah.
And you're reminiscing about all the stuffies and the cute, adorable things they decided to bring.
I did it. When I went upstairs and was rewiring the junction box, I found an old bin with a whole bunch of the baby pictures from our boys. And I opened it up, which I shouldn't have done. And then I found myself sitting there for a half hour going, oh! There you go.
I'm trying to plan out where this is going to have to go, because it needs to be halfway on this so that we can make a shape for there.
Yeah.
Because the wall's not obviously squared off. So I'm guessing we'll go halfway there.
Okay.
And does that take us to halfway here? Well, I'll be darned. Someone actually made something 16 on centers.
Yeah.
That's
pretty
lucky.
good.
Okay.
We're moving it a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right.
Let's hope. Okay, so we started with the drywall today. We got a whole bunch of work done around the frame of the room on the bottom. Oh boy, lots of demo happened today. I'm gonna spend some time and scrape the ceiling tonight while we already have a mess going, and change this light fixture. We currently have no light. It's nearing evening now, but we're getting there. We need to put a little more insulation here, so I need to grab another container so that we can make sure we fill this spot. But I have some of my drywall ready here to use from my scrap ends for these pieces. I didn't want to close that up. This one here has the insulation behind, but we only had a couple packages here. I have more at the studio, so we need to grab those, and then we're gonna work our way across here. And we got the demo done in this area today, which is really nice. So Dayton's gonna be floating for the night. We're gonna get him back over here, sweep all this up, clean this up a bit, and then we can continue to do more drywalling and hopefully start puttying tomorrow. Little bits of progress every day are going to get us where we need to be. So I'm so excited that we finally got started on this space. We also were doing a little bit of work in some more touch-up painting in Chase's room, which we'll probably show you tomorrow. But we are on day 14 of our daily upload. So we are not stopping. You're gonna see us every day. So thank you so much for joining us today and for hanging out with us while we work on Dayton's room and for being part of our family. Welcome to all of our new subscribers on our channel. If you are new here, we are renovating our $18.99 abandoned home that we purchased. And this is the last room that didn't have floors and walls. This room needed so much work. And so I'm so excited that we're finally getting to the point of the renovation of this old house, that the messiest parts of the jobs are almost complete. Oh, what a relief. Buying a house that had no kitchen, no heating, no working plumbing, many rooms with no walls, many rooms were all rooms that had no flooring. This house has really come a long way, not even to mention all the work we've done on the exterior of the property, on the acres that we bought. So we're really getting there. Everything takes time, but I'm so excited to even be putting the drywall up, although I don't like drywalling. Let that be known. But I love you. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, hit subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you have any ideas for us for Dayton's room, because we have time to add some things to our to-do list in this room. So excited. I love you. Talk to you tomorrow.